Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan, Salam Pancasila. The emergence of a pandemic of new types of coronavirus disease, or we revert call it as a COVID-19, has been going on for more or less the past 2 years. To be precise, at the end of 2019, which until now continues to experience mutation, and its type has resulted in it being uncertain how long this pandemic will end. This problem has a direct implication for changes all of aspects of people's life.
Etymologically, a pandemic is the emergence of something that spreads simultaneously and covers a wide area. In the world of education, the impacts include the closure of teaching and learning places ranging from elementary, junior high, high school to various universities in Indonesia that are unable to carry out face-to-face learning or online. This is closely related to the use of technology, which is implemented through Zoom meetings or Google Meet. Pancasila, as the basis of the state in the 5th Principles, states that social justice for all Indonesian people.
This is explicit that in every policy taken by the government, it must be able to accommodate justice for all its people. The 1945 Constitution of the Republic of Indonesia has a set of fundamental norms in Article 31, Paragraph 1, and also mandates that every citizen has the right to education. Basically, education is fundamental value in the nation's regeneration process, and the online learning implemented by the government has not been implemented properly.
This happens because at this time many students have not been able to carry out the lectures using the online methods for various reasons, such as not having a supporting device, not having a laptop or a computer for infrastructure, the signal problems. The problems that arise are derived from the policies implemented by the government.
Based on the background above, the author is interested in discussing the role of Pancasila in online learning methods in the COVID-19 pandemic era. The purpose of this research is find out whether policies implemented by government, especially regarding online learning, have accommodated the existence of the 5th perspective of Pancasila regarding social justice for all Indonesian people, and the implementation of Article 31, Paragraph 1 of the 1954 Constitution of Republic of Indonesia.
Data collection technique is a method of collection data to support analysis in a study. The techniques are as follows.
Interview technique is a method taken by throwing question to someone or the respondent. In this technique, the author used the WhatsApp application as the medium, as the type of interview chosen in the study as a guided free interview with a question guide as a controller, so that the interview process doesn't lose its way.
Observation or an observation technique is a method that is carried out by observing which then the result of this observation are recorded systematically.
The third one is documentation. Documentation technique is a method that was used to retrieve some data from a document that is a formal record with an authentic evidence.
Signal contraction are crucial factors that hinder to exchange of information and patterns of interaction in learning. This problem has implications for most students who find it difficult to convey the material. One of those who feel the impact of signal difficult is UAI, students who feel their object is making presentation or practice Kopasania 2021. Not infrequently due to signal difficult unquented, students have to walk with a distance or climb up hills and high places. Signal construction are a real problem that hinders the implementation of the learning process. The availability of infrastructure is an important thing that must be accommodated by the government. This significantly hinders the process of delivering information or material from rector student.
The creation of online lectures through government policies that as if waiting for face-to-face meetings, will increasingly experience losses. But at the empirical level, the application of online learning also encounters various obstacles. The learning process in the Law of the Republic of Indonesia number 20 of 2003, Article Paragraph 1 concerning the national education system states that learning is a process of interaction between students and learning resource in a learning environment. This is in line with opinion which explains that the teaching and learning process is an activity which there are various aspects such as intellectual, emotional, and social sense. The existence of interaction resulting from communication pattern is important in the formation of one's character. Reporting from the online news portal Wallapop, the reaction of students who are under pressure due to online learning can be seen, and the students say that online college is not getting better grades, the quota is running out, knowledge is not getting anything. As I was piled up, staying up every day but the grades are devilish. This tweet, written by a student named Amanda, has been retweeted more than 11,900 times and overrun 1,000 comments. A large number of tweets and a large number of enthusiastic comments show the same anxiety by students in all existing universities.
The 2020 Higher Education Statistic report show as many as 601,330 students have to drop out from college. From the data collected, 478,000 private university or PTS, or 79% of students cannot continue their student. Meanwhile, state university or PTN recorded as many as universities PTA and 3,395 other ministry institutional universities or PTK data books 2021. This is also reinforced by the result of interview conducted with Putri responded who state that many of their friends were unable to continue their student and the online activities could not be obtained optimally.
Pancasila has a basic foundation of the states, and the fifth principle states that social justice for all Indonesian people. The existence of this fifth precept has an understanding that includes the protection of rights, equality, position before the law, public welfare, and principle of proportionality between individual interest, social interest, and the state. This is according to Seregar 2014. In Article 31, Paragraph 1 of the 1945 Constitution of Republic of Indonesia also states that every citizen has the right to receive instruction. And thus far, the government policy regarding online learning is a breakthrough for which it is a good concept for both the instruction itself and for the pandemic that we're experiencing today. However, the implementation has not been done optimally. The psychological effects of students, which can be explained by Mrs. Finney as a respondent, said that during the online learning period, her child often slept late to do assignments. In addition, Mrs. Finney also realized that consequences of her child has higher emotional level compared to before the policy was even implemented in the first place. This is a problem to be likely to have occurred because of online learning being possible for patterns of communication and interactions between other students. So in this interaction, Students can have solutions to problems regarding their lecture assignments and learning process with them, in which case cooperation can be more common in offline learning compared to online learning. Thank you.
So the conclusion of our essay is online learning is a new breakthrough and quite good in concept. However, in empirical fact, the policy hasn't been implemented properly for various reasons, such as the lack of widespread availability of internet or even adequate signal.
The presence of Pancasila as the base of our state will be only a wishful thinking if it's not harmonized with practice and not supported by all of the elements of Indonesian nation. The problems that occur should be resolved when all of the community is aware of the value of unity and inner justice, which have been mentioned in Pancasila and also have been implemented in everyday life.
So improvement to online learning policies can be made by further expanding the internet network and expanding signal coverage, especially in remote areas. Learning or teaching is a citizen right as the mandated in the Article 31, Paragraph 1 of the 1945 Constitution of the Republic of Indonesia. Good learning will help in the process of the forming student character.
The existence of students is a strategic role in the regeneration of the nation and will become the leaders of this nation in the near future. The government's enthusiasm must be intensified in controlling the dropout rate. The presence of the government is expected to be able to make the learning process occur optimally and reduce the dropout rate. That's all from KM45 International 1. Thank you.